What's good, everybody? I am Paul Neal, the host of Let's Talk Gold Talk. For those who don't know, Let's Talk Gold Talk is an Instagram live series that features creatives from all walks of life, no matter their creative industry. And it airs on Sundays at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. If you tune in, we can engage with you. If you do not tune in, it is available on this platform as you are watching it right now. But without further ado, let's just get this show on the road. First and foremost, as we begin, I'd like to thank you for tuning in to the first episode, the premiere of the show, and I hope you leave today with something valuable, such as a new tip in your particular field, some inspiration and motivation for your goals, and probably even some comedic relief, because who knows where this will turn into. So, to introduce the first guest, we have Coley. Allow me to introduce her. So, she is talented, a talented singer, songwriter, producer, and entertainer extraordinaire. I haven't officially met her in person, but we do share some mutual friends. So I've been a fan of her work for a good time now and astounded by her brand and image overall, ever since I began following her on Instagram. So, Coley, would you like to say anything?
Hey, thank you. Thank you so much for having me. Hey, everyone who's joined the live. I'm just very excited, and likewise about your social media as well. From what I've seen from your page, an outstanding musician, and this platform is very, very special and very creative. So I'm excited for this interview. Thank you for having me.
Of course. So, before we go on, I would like to begin with a showcase of talent. Anything that you would like to do? Do you have anything prepared, or would you like to do something live?
Thanks for asking. I have something prepared. I was just gonna do a little snippet or whatnot of my first single titled Metamorphosis.
Cool.
So yeah, let me get into it. Let me just scoot back. So here we go. I'm trying to get rid of you like those caterpillars do, 'cause you had me for so long, but I was too butterfly for you. And now that my wings are here, I no longer need you, dear. And you wanna come along, baby, I'm gonna disappear. Said I'm gonna disappear. Hey, far away from here. Y'all can dance with me.
Okay.
No time for waiting. I am escaping this world I'm facing, full of the drama and hate. In this cocoon, I can't wait to bloom. I'm not your balloon. I won't let you make me deflate. No. In my defense, myself in past tense, I've been found her since, and I don't know where to start. But this is something I feel too strong to conceal. It has to be real. I hear it in my heart. Said I'm trying to get rid of you like those caterpillars do. You had me for so long, but I was too butterfly for you. And now that my wings are here, I no longer need you, dear. You wanna come along, baby, I'm gonna disappear. This one a beat change, but I'm gonna stop right there.
Oh, not to stop.
Thank y'all.
I can tell the audience was vibing with you. I see that we have a high audience engagement right now. So I'm going to ask something of them. So, of course, yes, she is singing. Do me a favor and write one thing. This is for the audience. Write one thing that you are grateful for this Sunday. Just one thing. And then we will go on with the interview. I would like to see a few comments or read them out loud. Of course, that was beautiful. Voice is amazing.
Thank you.
Go ahead and follow her after this. Support her.
That part.
And as you are writing the one thing that you are grateful for, I guess I will begin with the interview. Okay, family. I'm grateful for family. I'm grateful for life. Okay, Coley.
Yes.
What is your why? How did you fall into this creative lifestyle that you have been in? And what inspires you to keep going?
You know what? support is a really huge factor, because I don't know if I would still be doing the same thing that I've been doing if it wasn't for the support that I have. So I can't say that, you know, I would be here without that from family, friends, mentors. But ever since I can remember, I've just always been attracted to entertainment, performing, making music, and just using my creativity in a way for others to enjoy and for others to, you know, gravitate to, um, because they like the way that I, you know, put on a show, or how I say what I say in my music, anything like that. So I just take all of my energy, and I always find a way to kind of change it into a creative, you know, way to express myself. So, but I definitely want to continue to make music that is uplifting, that's positive, but also, you know, genuine and not cookie cutter and not, you know, I don't want to say basic, but I always
I follow you though.
spin on the topics that I talk about. So
Respect. And your stage name is your real name, right?
it is.
That flowed perfectly for you. What was something that you experienced that you didn't expect to bring you as much value as it did?
I don't want to sound conceited, but
No.
the song
Talk
I
your
just
talk.
Metamorphosis, actually, that was my first single I dropped last year, on like right around New Year's, January 10th, that type of thing. And it wasn't my plan to drop that song first. I have, you know, so many songs in my catalog, you know, that are, you know, on its way. But that wasn't my plan to drop it first. But when I wrote it, and, you know, as I kind of continued to sit on the message of it, and think back about the message behind it, I said, why not let this be the first single that people hear of mine? And the feedback from that and the response, so many close friends or people I don't even know messaged me saying how, you know, different parts of the song touched them in a certain way, because it's kind of, you know, a pretty vague message, but it still has a lot of meaning to it. So just hearing the response from those people, and you know, just like I said, the support again from everyone, that that was something I didn't expect, for, you know, it to be that great of, you know, a reaction. So that really gave me the confidence to continue to write and to continue to keep going.
Definitely. So you would say your inspiration is your current following, your current fan base, the people who support you the most?
You know, that's maybe 50% inspiration.
Okay.
They keep me going, and I'm always, when I'm being goofy on my content that I put out, or if I'm being very serious about it, you know, it's always from the heart. So the fact that they really appreciate what I'm doing is, you know, it means the world to me. But as far as the other 50% of inspiration, of course, other artists that I look up to, but whether they do music or they're an actress, or, you know, they're behind the scenes of a production. I have a lot of other people that I kind of look up to, and I'm grateful for them being a presence in this world that I can, you know, dream about being where they are one day.
What artists? That's to name a few.
Yes. The first person that always comes to mind whenever I'm asked this question is Tori Kelly.
Okay, yeah, respect.
Just vocals off the chart, but also, you know, the way she sings her pop music, her pop side, and also delved into gospel music and Christian, and that ministry of hers. I just connect a lot with her and her music. So that's a main person. Who else? Voices like Denise Williams. I like old school.
Yeah.
Legends, MJ, Prince, Whitney, and just the trendsetters, Stevie,
sure.
Beyonce. You know, the main folks. But you know, Tori Kelly, Sir, Jacob Coley, whatever, however you say his last name.
Everybody pronounces it differently. Coley,
right.
Collier.
I don't want to disrespect him, but he's
nah. For sure. When you create, do you focus on the vulnerability that the creativity takes you to, or the perceptions of your brand and your audience and how you want to be perceived?
You know, over the past few years, I've tried to lean more on just how I feel and the vulnerability of myself and what I'm putting out, and less on what others will perceive of it, because sometimes, you know, I can just judge myself based off of what others may think. I get too concerned about, you know, that sometimes. I think it's important, but lately it's been a bit more about what I'm feeling, and then it just turns into that the audience agrees, or they, you know, can comprehend it, they can kind of, you know, mesh with that. So more so vulnerability in myself, but it's always a plus when, you know, others can kind of understand where I'm going with it.
Definitely. That shows the artistry and the creative side at the same time.
Yeah.
Speaking of this industry in regards to music, is this your full time, or what do you do for funds? What do you do for fun? How do you survive as a musician or as an artist?
You know, this is my full time.
Of
Whether it's, you know, me and my solo career, or I'm doing another type of gig with a corporate band, or drumline live, whatever the case may be, entertaining and performing music, dance, acting, is my full time, and I'm very proud of it. You know, I'm 20, so I'm still living at home, but I'm gonna ride this wave until I can't no more.
Right.
But it's my full time, and I will have it the way though.
It seems that we have a question from the audience. I love that. I love the fact that folks are engaged and everybody is for you and for your success. So what drives your goals, and what causes your goals to be achievable?
Whew. I like pushing myself as far as I can handle. I'm very competitive, even with myself. I'm always trying to, you know, go above and beyond whatever I did last time, to see where I can take myself and the boundaries I can push as an artist. So I think just the drive of always wanting to be a bit better every day is definitely, you know, something that I've leaned on, and something that I kind of, I cherish that drive that I have in my own, you know, character. Um, so if I answered the question, I can't remember. It went away, but
I'm sorry.
it's okay.
It was what drives your goals and what causes your goals to be achievable.
To be achievable, I don't like saying no. You know, I'm always positive. I try to be as positive as possible, to just try new things, and to never say no until, you know, I've given it a go, until I, you know, have tried it, because then that will stop so many blessings. That'll block so many blessings and so many creative journeys if I, you know, quit something before even trying it. So I don't know. I guess perseverance is kind of the answer.
It seems like you have a lot of things that are like very personal or personable to you. Do you have a certain quote that you feel like your brand or your personality embodies?
Ooh, yes. I don't know who said this, but it's just one of those things I heard, and
You don't got to give them credit. Take your own credit.
let me get it right. I think the person said, "Be in this world, but not of this world." And I might have it backwards, but it was something like that that stuck with me. And I think it was some type of Christian minister or somebody. But because me being Christian, you know, I take, it's kind of hard balancing being a Christian but not doing Christian music, just personally. So that quote just really stuck with me. To of course, we all live in this world, and we're all, you know, experiencing the same world every day. But, you know, don't let it affect you too much, to the point where you're neglecting your morals, or you're neglecting who you're meant to be and your passion, because you're too busy trying to be like everything else that's going on in this world. So still have your own identity, but you know, just accept the inevitable fact that, you know, we are all in this world together. So we just have to learn how to coexist, and to just be ourselves the best way we can.
Definitely. Now, my homeboy from back home asked you this question. When did you know that this was exactly what you wanted to do with your life, and how did you know? And to speak briefly on him, I've known him pretty much all of our lives, and we attend the same college. Originally, he majored in music performance, but he ended up changing his major to music education. No problems with that. Of course, music education has its benefits. Music performance has its wave. You already know how the industry can be. But when did you know that this was exactly for you, and exactly what you wanted to do for and with your life, and how did you know?
Oh wow. It's kind of one of those things where I really didn't know. There's not a specific moment.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry. My fault. Cool. Hold on. My sister keeps calling me, but I have it on Do Not Disturb. Let me just tell her. Just hold on.
Okay. Yeah, no problem.
I can't give you a specific date, but what I do know is that there was never a time where I ever thought about doing anything else. or I ever questioned, you know, this path that I want. I don't know. Like I said, I from all the inspirations that I take from, it was just something that always fueled my fire, and was just very, very amazing to me, a very exceptional, extraordinary. So I definitely always wanted to pursue this career path.
No, that's for sure respectable. For those who are interested in getting started or doing something within the music realm or the music industry, what advice would you give them?
Mm. Um, never limit yourself. Never put yourself in any type of box. No one in this world can tell you where you're meant to be and who you're supposed to be except for you. And that's just it. No one else can have say so on what instrument you pick up, or you know what hair color you need to rock. You know, it should be all up to you. um so just be positive and stand in that, and it may take time, because you know I've dealt with, you know, over the years, figuring out if there's a certain look I need to be embodying, a certain genre I need to stick to. And as the years go by, all of those boxes have never been checked because I chose to not check boxes on purpose. So I don't know, just continue to stay positive and continue to know that it takes time, but eventually, if you continue to put your passion towards something, you know, all the world will understand that you don't need to be categorized, because you just exude uniqueness, and that radiates inside of you. So I don't know, just continue to be yourself, but know that the light is always at the end of the tunnel.
Definitely, 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 definitely. Okay, to speak briefly,
yeah,
on the 3 points that were on the flyers: singer songwriter. We already have your skill and your talent as you did your showcase of talent. Um, and if you did not hear it live, for those folks who tuned in late, go just stream her single Metamorphosis. It's gonna be there for as long as it can be there. I'm pretty sure for a good amount of time. But producer and entertainer.
Yeah.
Can you speak briefly on those sides? So,
Yeah. Oh, no.
what do you do as producing or as production, and entertainer? What fields overall, as an artist or as an entertainer in general, have you seen when you've entered into your lifestyle?
Right. So producer, let me start with that one. I currently and in the past have produced all of my music, that whether it be my 2 singles that I've released already, or you know upcoming music that's on the way. um you know, there were times where I didn't really have, or at this point, I still don't really have a go-to producer, go-to like of it my second half yet, and that's fine because I'm still filling out the music industry, still filling out the Atlanta music industry scene. So I said, well, in the meantime, I'm just gonna produce what I can. I'm just gonna learn on my own, and teach myself really. So producer in that sense, and also, you know, when it comes to the videos and the content that I make, you know, in my music videos, I'm a producer over those things because I like being so hands-on with my ideas. It can be sometimes very hard for me to give up control give up creative control over something that I've planned to the T so much. So I like being hands-on with things like that, and I like also, you know, testing my boundaries and seeing what all I'm capable of doing. So in the meantime, I'm my own producer, but you know, I'm definitely still open for collaborations and things like that. But I have produced my music in the past, and you know, music entertainer. I just love that word because you can just mean so many different things, so many nuances about it. But for the most part, you know, there's no denying an entertainer. When you see it, you know it. So I like to think that, you know, my stage presence and my training and my you know, whenever I have to put on a show, I try to put on the show and make it worthwhile. You know, you wanna experience a show that's good on the ears, also good on the eyes. So it's something that folks want to watch. So entertainer in that sense, and whether it be me performing and practicing right here in my practice room, my studio, or on stage, you know, I always try to give it my all. And you know, just make the audience feel good with what I have to say and what I'm conveying. So entertainer.
That is live. And I find it extremely inspiring that you recorded, or not even necessarily recorded, but produced all of the sounds in regards to your singles and all of the content that you create for the videos and the visuals and things of that nature.
Yeah.
I like to do things of that myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually got into a very heated discussion, I will not call it an argument, about whether it is good to do things all yourself or in order to collaborate with things of that nature. But I like the fact that you emphasize you don't want to give up creative control because you know how you want things to be planned to the T. Particularness. That's something that I find highly valuable.
Right.
We have 2 more questions for you. Awesome. And then I would like to end with the final question that most people, that I'm probably going to end the show with every single time until we bring on the next guest. So how long have you been singing?
Oh, Lord. I'd say like 5, 6-ish. Since I can remember just being told by family members that, you know, I would always kind of be singing and always mocking the radio, whatever I was hearing. But I do like to emphasize that I didn't get it on my own. I took voice lessons, and I still kind of do, but I had a vocal coach that I started working with when I was around 8. And I worked with her all throughout middle school, high school. And I think if you're a singer, I think having a vocal coach is almost kind of necessary, just because, you know, sometimes it's hard to be your own teacher all the time. Sometimes you just got to learn from somebody who knows more than you do. So I definitely did have a vocal coach. So this is not all the credit not going to me at all. But yeah, so 5, 6, but then got serious around 8.
Definitely respectable. Okay, and the last question before I ask my final question and we bring on the next guest.
Yeah.
As an artist / entertainer, how do you practice self-care? How do you keep from losing your fire for your work?
Ooh-wee.
That's apathy right there.
Yeah,
apathy.
I can't. As an entertainer, I think as a creative in general, we always find ourselves overwhelmed, you know, with our projects and whatever we have going on. I like to take breaks. I have to learn. I've learned over the years, you know, when I'm pushing myself too far and when it's just time for me to take a little vacation. Take a break from working on music, take a break from creating, and just relax and remain in this space. I am a junkie for The Office. I watch that religiously. I know every line. Those are just little bits of things that, you know, take my brain off of her always constantly thinking and what can I do and what do I need to do, and, you know, things like that. That my brain is always running 1,000 miles per hour. So self-care, comedy is one for me. Cooking, culinary arts, Food Network. I'm always on that channel. It's a lot of TV related stuff, but that's how I kind of relax and take my brain off of things. And yeah, that's the biggest answer I can give for the most part.
Definitely respectable. I don't think I can find myself delving into a project for too long because I will lose everything, and I would just be like, look, I'm gonna stop before I even lose motivation in general. So that is highly respectable to go forth and find other things that can occupy your time but still keep you being creative.
Yeah.
And that creative fire rolling. Okay, last question before I bring on the last guest for today. How can we support you? Do you just want more followers? Do you want people to buy your single? Are you selling merchandise? What's up? How can we support you?
I'm not selling merchandise yet.
Okay.
I want to let people know I have an EP on the way, so that's in the works. But you know, just as simple as going on my Instagram page and seeing the content that I've posted. If there's anything that pops out to you, anything that resonates with you, share it and let other people know, of your other followers. You know, I'm not follower crazy, but you know, I do appreciate when folks take the time to share my things out to the world, because that means a lot to me. So whether it be my singles that I've released or any covers I've done, you know, I'm not hard to find. Coley Gilchrist at every social media platform, all of my outlets. But yeah, just in this platform right here is also just such a great experience. And I'm happy to be your first one on the show, almost like the guinea pig, but it's been going great. And I know you're going to continue to do great with this series. It's awesome.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for being the first guest But the show is not over, everyone. So, Coley, I will be in touch. Of course, we have things that we have to do because I remember in the preliminary interview we were about to go tangent, but it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
and
thank
it's time
you.
for me to bring on the next guest. So, everybody, this next guest is none other than Diggy Locks Shots. So, I've known Diggy ever since I came to my college, my future alma mater. I'm graduating this semester, Tennessee State University. Ooh. Diggy, if you're on here, help me out unless I can find you. Hey, I found you. I'm finna send you the ad link. I've known her pretty much ever since I came to Tennessee State University. I met her and she just exuberated intelligence, leadership, and everything that's all encompassed into anything that you need to be a good role model. And when I found out that she was a creative, that's when I was like, she is phenomenal. And the way how I found out, she's my drum major, sister. I'll say that. Drum major way before I was even allowed or able to be drum major at Tennessee State. But one day I think it was the Merge, which is the first performance that I had the second performance that I had as a drum major. And I was out there doing the show and I see her pull up with the camera and I said, hold up, we better get some good shots in. And then ever since I've seen, I was just like, yeah, she's talented. I follow her content on all her social media. And it doesn't just stop there with photography. She does a lot more. So, Diggy, is there anything that you would like to say?
Forget my attire and my background. I just went running. You guys are not going to see my room, and pretty much I'm in a living room space. But I am so happy to be here. I'm so happy to just actually, endeavor with all of your works, because not only do you play the heck of a guitar, man, and all that good stuff and make music, but look at you now. You got content coming out and stuff, and not just your content. So I love it. I support it, and I'm so happy to be here.
Of course, and I appreciate you. So,
No problem.
in our preliminary interview, I asked you, how would you like to go about the showcase of talent? And you said I could just showcase your catalog. So, for those watching the live, I flipped my camera, and these are a few of Devin's photography, Diggy's photography. And as you can see, she has an eye when it comes to a frame and what needs to be in it. Let me tell you that. Literally phenomenal. A lot of these shots, I'm like, wow, I need to book her. For real, for real.
I appreciate it, bro. I really do.
But it doesn't stop there. Devin, what all do you do?
I am in technology. That's one of my biggest passions. And then I also write. I write a lot, actually. A lot of
Right
people
how?
don't see most of my. I am mainly spoken word poetry, but I'm good with short stories and things of that nature. But my passion comes from spoken word and poetry for sure. Something that actually plays with your mind and all of that stuff, but actually has a deep meaning too.
That is highly respectable. I don't want to put you on the
Thank you.
spot,
Thank you.
and I don't want to target your vulnerability if you do find your poetry to be vulnerable. But is there any lines that you value the most when it comes to your work? You don't have to do the whole
Um,
thing, just something that you believe
let's
fits with you the
see.
most.
Oh, you did put me on the spot,
I'm
man.
sorry.
It's all good. I love
Sorry,
you
sorry,
though.
sorry.
Um, I think my biggest line right now that's been on my mind and my heart, and I actually just put it out there on Facebook. I want to do some visuals with it first, but I've been itching to put it out there, so I just said forget it. But the ending of the poem is, here we are now in 2020, when will our pain dissipate? What else? Let me get it back to me, because this is actually my first time memorizing any poetry
Ooh,
ever. But when it came to Black Lives Matter and all of the stuff that's going on, I've been feeling it on my heart to kind of just let the words fall into my body and come out. But when will our pain dissipate? When will they stop seeing us as a threat? And I'm not going to go on to the next sentence because it gets a little vulgar. But if you guys want to see it, so Facebook, my name's Devin Miles is my name, so that's where you can find it as well. But I'll be prepared next time if there's a next time. So.
I'm sorry for putting you on the spot
No,
there. It's
you're
okay, it's
fine,
okay.
love. You're
Okay,
good.
okay, okay. So how did you get your stage name? Diggy.
Wow, that's interesting. So, Diggy, actually one of my best friends, we crossed SCI together, Sigma Alpha Iota, women, music fraternity, good stuff. When I first got online with her, she came up with the name Diggy. And ever since then, that was back 2012. Ever since then, that's all people call me is Diggy. So I've stuck with it.
Yeah, it's a vibe. No cap,
Thank you,
no
thank you,
cap.
thank you.
Who or what is your inspiration? What is your why? What pushes you to be talented and the creative that you are?
Um, hmm. I almost went one direction with that because at first it was going to be more towards my success and wanting to make my mom and family proud. But honestly, I think my motivation, if that's where we're getting at, is just really how I feel on the inside. Like when I do these things. So like when I write, when I take pictures, when I sing or when I go to work and I feel really good, it's really just my happiness. I guess that's a better way to put it. So that's more of my
Respect,
motivation.
respect, 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 respect. So,
Absolutely.
photography, is this your art or is this your business?
This is both. It's my
Okay.
business because it's my technically it's my part time. I have a full time job. My background's computer science, and honestly, if that leads me to be full time with photography, I will do that. But it is definitely a money maker for me. So yes, it's my part time job.
Well, how do you manage your time? How do you find time to create?
That's good. So, anytime anybody inquires any work with me, I let them know weekends definitely better, but I am not outside of the weekdays. As long as they know I'm off at 5 and they're good with that time frame, then we're good. So, there's really no managing of time. It's more of I get off work. If I have a shoot, I go do the shoot. Or if it's that weekend, I get through the week and then I get my shoots done, which that's really all it's been. Most of my shoots have literally been on the weekdays. And if there's a point in time where I have to, like, actually, get some time in for that person, whether that's during the day, during the week, then I'll take my PTO. That's what it's there for. So if it's a few hours, I got it. I'll take it out. So it's,
So
hey,
you
it's
take
for my
out from
love. Oh, absolutely. I
just
already
as
know
they
you was
come.
about to say.
Yeah,
Absolutely. That's it, sir.
definitely, definitely.
That's it.
What opportunities have you valued the most? I don't want to try to make you put anything higher than what it is or higher than other things that you may not see, but what do you
Absolutely.
really find the most value in any of your photography or even as you were doing spoken word?
So I'm gonna just do three: two photography, one writing.
Okay.
My first ever writing spoken word that I put on Facebook, definitely Black Lives Matter. To see how much people felt my words, and then to know that a lot of people were saying that, hey, these are words that I've been wanting to speak, but I've actually not been, able to speak them, or I'm scared to speak them. That really touched my heart because I feel like my voice is very powerful, and I feel like it's not only my voice, but it's the people around me that I feel. So I'm taking all that in, I'm taking what I feel in, and I put it out there. And then as the photography goes, two of them would be how Diggy Lock Shots happened. Diggy Lock Shots happened a good 5 years ago in Turkey. I was taking
Wow.
everybody's pictures on my iPhone. I had no professional camera, none of that. And people were liking the pictures, all my classmates and all our Turkish buddies and all that. And then my friends, they was just like, Diggy Lock Shots. And I was like, wait, is that my name? Is that what you're trying to do right now? I was like, okay, I'll go with that. Yes, absolutely. And then lastly, it would be taking pictures for the Black Music Honors. I've been on a thing where I've been actually trying my best to get out there with concerts, different award shows, because my biggest goal for my photography was to shoot for the stars. That's all I want to do, portraits at that. And so to get invited and actually get accepted and get the media credentials to do that, and saw so many people, I'm not starstruck type of person. I still think they're human, but just to see people like Yolanda Adams, or let's see, Molly Music, to see all these people that I really enjoy, especially when it comes to Black music, oh, that was just a day for me. And
Oh,
it was in Atlanta, in my hometown. So not only did I get to do that, I got to spend time with family and friends. Hey, so
you are spent.
yeah, yeah, that's my best moments.
The thing that I value the most out of what you just said, well, I valued it all, of course. But when you
Thank you.
said you didn't even have equipment, you were just on your cell phone in Turkey taking photos.
Yeah,
One thing that I know about the photography industry, it isn't the equipment that makes the photo nice.
that's
Of
it.
course, the equipment plays a part in it, but
Mm-hmm.
it's literally the eye, what you can do with your eye and how you can see the shot and how you can take it. So I literally value that the most because that's literally that's photography and everything that it
I hear
encompasses.
you.
So
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
I value that highly.
Absolutely.
So
Thank you.
what don't you like about photography or the industry in regards to photography?
Hmm. Some people, they feel that they can just do this full time, whereas I'm over here and I'm reserved. I'm like, I can't do this full time. I gotta have something else, even though like it's very possible, but that's just my reservations when it comes to it. That's my top actual reservation. But just having a bad day with photography, even though that person, once they get the pictures, they're like, oh, I love it. Once I see it, I do my editing and send them off, and I don't feel comfortable with it, I feel a type of way. And so that's when I become a little vulnerable within my spirit. I'm just like, what happened? Was it personal stuff going on? Was I just not in it? Like, what was it? And usually I find the reason why, and it's mainly just life things. But other than that, those are the things that just actually puts me in a space when it comes to photography. But those are like one in a million, especially the whole making it full time. Because even if I can do it 5 hours of the week, that makes me happy. So
Definitely. When it comes to your work, is it all digital, or do you have like printed out portraits? Are you planning on doing like flyers?
So that's good. I actually do have just digital, but then I also have prints within my services as well. So there's been a few events, like there was a family reunion, a 3-day family reunion. I took pictures. I had pictures for them like the night of the last night or whatever. So it's just dependent. I love it. If I could show you guys my room, you'll see all of the pictures on my wall that I've actually taken and actually pulled out, people that don't even know I have their picture like in my room, but it's printed. It's up there because I like to see the physical. It's hard trying to see it digitally. Sometimes it get lost in Dropbox, lost in my phone, but whereas this was a picture that I remember, I loved it, I'm gonna get it printed. So honestly, it's if people want it, and then if it's a shot that I'm just like, oh yeah, I gotta get this printed. I need physical copy of it.
I love that. I love that.
Thank you.
For you personally, studio shots or natural shots?
So this year has been funny because with all that's going on, I've been doing a lot of studio shots. But I've actually fallen in love with more studio shots than the outside natural. I don't know. I never thought I was going to be that person, but I am that person now, and I'm fine with that. So every chance I get, if I get, an inquiry about getting a shot done or shoot done, well, I ask them, you want outside or are you trying to do a studio? When they say studio, I'm just like, ooh, okay, let's get it going. Let's
Right.
go. Yeah.
For sure, for sure. For somebody who knows absolutely nothing about photography, the business of photography, the industry of photography, what would you tell them?
Um, Honestly, get you a camera first. Get you a
Okay.
camera, play around. If you liking what you're feeling, then go with it. That's literally what happened with me. It was all just, okay, everybody in Turkey was like, yeah, you got nice pictures, da da da. But then I got to the US and I was like, well, what am I supposed to do now? Like, what happens next? And so that's when I was like, okay, I guess I need to get a camera. So once I got a camera and started just taking shots randomly, I've gone downtown by myself, walked all down there, taking shots, and I've just uploaded them. And then that's when people were like, oh, you got something going on. And then so that passionate hobby slash just a breakthrough from life it became a business. So just
Of course.
let God lead you, but first and foremost, get you a camera.
Of
And
course.
it'll be a done deal after that. Just saying.
Last two questions. I see nobody else asked any questions. This is my last two questions. If anybody has any,
Absolutely.
please ask them away. But last two. What do you want others to see differently about this industry?
Um, that's a good question. Yes, sir.
You know.
Um, I would say, and I'm not trying to make this cheesy or cliche or anything, but just know that photographers matter too. We love the sweet gestures like, oh my gosh, you did so amazing. I'm gonna send your info off to my sister or my brother, or hey, I got this random bottle of wine for you or something, or just sweet gestures to know that not only are you happy about the pictures, but you're happy that I took the pictures. Because it could have been anybody to take the picture, to be honest with you, and it can all look different. But my biggest thing and my biggest mission and why I'm doing this is the fact that I just want the people to see what I see, how I view the world. So when you do gestures like that, it just really takes in that not only do you like the pictures, but you like my eye or you love my eye. So that's the biggest thing I say.
No, I love
We
it.
matter.
Of course, of course, of course. Okay. And the last question, the same question that I asked Coley at the end. How can we support you?
Just view my content. I'm gonna put my website out soon. I have my Instagram page from photography, so everything won't be on my personal no more. If you want to send out my info to people and all that good stuff, I'm perfectly fine with that. But I just want people to see how I view the world and how I see it and how beautiful it is. So if that means you want a shot, come on, I can do it for you.
Okay, okay, okay. I know that
Uh-oh.
said that was supposed to be my last question, but we have one that slipped through the crack. So
Absolutely.
this person recently started poetry and showed some of their friends, but they don't know what to do with it. What would you suggest?
So your friends don't know what to do with it. So I'm getting right now that the friends haven't responded to it, or they read it and they're like, okay. It
I think
sounds like. Go ahead.
I
Help
think
me
he's probably
understand.
saying that he doesn't know what to do with it. All he did was show some of his friends.
Got you. So I guess
Ooh, we got a
the
lot of
first
questions coming in
thing.
now.
Oh, geez. I guess the first thing is, why are you writing poetry? Because honestly, it doesn't matter if, like, I put my stuff on Facebook. That was the first time I've been writing poetry and writing in general since high school. So a good 10 years ago. So I think the thing is, you need to get deep down and figure out why you're writing poetry. And then once you figure that out, it won't matter what you're going to do with it. So if you decide to put it on social media, if you decide to send it out to friends, it doesn't really matter, because once you write that last word, you've gotten all that you needed. And that's how I feel when I write my poetry. That's why a lot of people don't see all of my work, because it's just like, once it's done, I'm good. That's all I wanted to do. Now, if you want to become an author or whatever, within your future goals and stuff like that, this is where you want to devil more with just simply writing, and then bring it out to your friends and let them know, hey, can you read this? Let me know how you feel about it. That's when you got to actually ask the questions. I've done that before myself, instead of just sending, and if you like it, cool. If you don't, doesn't really matter. I still love it. I put it out there. So that's how I feel. What to do with it? They liked it. Okay, yes. You don't know what to do with it. Hey, put it on social media if you want to. Put in a nice poetry book, however you feel. Hey, if you get to a point where you want to publish it, hey, there's just so many routes to do that. But as long as you're putting out there, that's all that matters. It doesn't matter what you do with it after that. And when I say out there, out of you. So.
I know a lot of self-published authors, self-published poets, people who write their own poetry books by hand, literally scan them and then publish it themselves. So there's
Absolutely.
a lot of routes that you could take with that, my guy. So,
For sure.
do with it as you do with it.
Listen to Juju.
Cool, cool, cool. What's something that your photography/talent taught you that you use in other aspects of your life? That's
Whew,
a great question.
these are deep, man. These
Yeah,
are
people are
deep.
coming with it.
So there's a quote, and hopefully I can remember it. And I honestly, I can't remember most of it. I actually want to turn that into a tattoo, so this will help one day in the future. But honestly, I think what photography has taught me is that, okay, I captured the photo. I captured it twice. I captured it 3 times. Those first 3 copies are not what I wanted it to be. It does not look good. But however, there's more photos behind it. So what I mean by is, the first one might not be right. You may have failed, or, somebody might have broke your heart, or you lost a job. None of those first shots matter. Take another shot. Keep going until you get the shot that you actually want to see. That's what it's taught me. So that's the best way I can put it.
I love that. I love
Thank you.
that. That's inspiration right there. And
Thank you.
I think this is the last question.
Okay.
Hopefully we don't get no more to slide through the crack. If we do, I'd love to hear it. Either
Hey,
way
I'm
it
here.
goes.
I'm here.
Okay. Have you ever considered doing spoken word to live music?
Yeah, there's been a few little spoken word sessions I've been to where I've tried to do it behind live music. It went okay. However, I want to do more of it. And now that I see this name, yeah, your song, Beltline, love it. I would love to do
Yes.
some spoken word to something like that. Or even you, Drew, any of your music. I'm down for it. That's really what I want. That's what was supposed to happen on this last spoken word. I want to get some visuals, put some music behind it. So, hey, whenever you guys are ready to work, y'all let me know. I'm ready for it.
Definitely for my project that I have coming in the future, I won't speak on often.
Hey, it's okay.
I definitely have a few poems in there. So I'm
Okay.
already knowing the power behind poetry and music at
Yes.
the same time. And
Yes.
briefly on the person who asked that question, you already know his talent just from Atlanta Beltline. But literally, he is the GOAT. That is his
Man.
brand. and he's the true embodiment of it. So if you ever have that opportunity to collab with him, it would be powerful. I'm
here for it.
But
Just know that.
Since we have no more questions, I really appreciate you for your time, and I appreciate everybody who has joined for their time and for their engagement and everything that has come with it. I believe this first episode was successful. For those who did not see it, or for those who are not on the live that would benefit from this, send them the YouTube link. It will be up no later than tomorrow of both of the interviews. And if you know anybody that is good for this show, have them follow me, have them DM me, and we will talk, we will collaborate, and we will make this a success. So I appreciate you so much. To repeat, the way how you want to be supported is you want people to share your content, correct?
Yes, share my content. Just share my content. That's all I ask. If you want to shoot with me, that's perfectly fine too, but share my content. That's all.
Of course. Thank you so much, Diggy. Thank you so much, Coley. Thank you, everybody who has attended, and I will call this a show. Have a good one.
Bye, y'all.
Well, there you have it. That concludes this episode of Let's Talk Gold Talk. Please comment, like, and subscribe if you intend on watching more. And follow me on Instagram if you're trying to catch the live when it actually does occur. Peace.